15 Things You Didn't Know About Jason Statham. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get informed. Hello Aluxers and welcome to our new video. Today we'll dive into some of the most astonishing facts about one of Hollywood's most hardworking actors of all time. We're talking about, of course, Jason Statham, the British hunk, known for positioning himself as an action movie star on Hollywood's A-list. Statham was born July 26, 1967 in England, and had a string of different jobs before landing his first role in the movie Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. He's known for playing the bad guy on screen and for lead roles in hugely successful franchise movies, such as The Transporter and The Fast and the Furious. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Without further ado, let's get into this. Here are 15 things you didn't know about Jason Statham. Number 1. Jason Statham used to sell fake watches on street corners. Nowadays, you won't find Jason Statham selling you knockoff products on the street, but that's exactly what he was doing as a teenager. He left school at 15 and followed his father's footsteps selling fake jewelry and perfume. Jason described that experience as a very useful one, though, and he wasn't kidding. Director Guy Ritchie was convinced to cast him in his first ever movie after Jason managed to actually sell him a piece of jewelry. It really shows you that it doesn't matter who you are and what you do, but what you make out of it. Number 2. He was chosen as a model for his ordinary guy looks. And while he probably didn't have a plan for making it big at a young age, his willingness to try new things is what opened many doors in his career. What most people don't know is that one of the highest-rated action stars of all time used to be a model. In the 90s, he was spotted by an agency while he was training at a London sports center. While he was hustling in the streets, he also made money working for big names like Tommy Hilfiger and Levi's. In 1997, he began collaborating with French Connection, a high-street clothing chain that reportedly chose him because he looked very masculine and not too male modelly. Number 3. He's also an accomplished martial arts enthusiast. Usually when we talk about actors training, it's mostly for looking good or tough on screen. Well, not for this guy, who genuinely enjoys the discipline and benefits of having the mental toughness and body strength of a real fighter. Jason knows that an action movie star must not just look tough, but also has to be able to show that in a movie. He trained in various martial arts as a child, and is a kickboxing expert, who even considered entering the Ultimate Fighting Championships. Jason has even stated that feeling good makes him feel confident, and confidence is ultimately what brought him success. Number 4. Jason Statham advocated for stunt workers to get an Oscar recognition. It comes as no surprise that the action star does his own stunts, even the most dangerous ones, like hanging 2,000 feet above LA from a helicopter for the movie Crank. He, for one, definitely understands how hard it is to be a stunt worker. Jason even expressed his dissatisfaction at the fact that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences typically shuns action movies. He thinks stunt workers are the unsung heroes who risk their lives, while leading actors take all the credit pretending to do the actual work. We think he's a class act for standing up for other people and for what he believes in. Number 5. The actor has a net worth of $40 million. Jason's lifestyle is as lavish as you could imagine. He lives in a 5-bedroom mansion together with his wife, model Rosie Huntington Whiteley, and his son, who was born in 2017. The Beverly Hills abode is worth around $13 million and features 8 parking spaces for his collection of cars. He said that most of his success comes from the fact that he never is satisfied with what he does and keeps his mind open to learning new skills. He's also said that a motivating factor is not going back to selling fake jewelry on street corners. Jason remains a hardworking and humble guy who has no plans of stopping anytime soon. Number 6. His movies made him one of the most profitable action stars of all time. Oscars or not, nobody can deny that people love Jason Statham's work, which he believes should be pure entertainment for the public. Jason was never out of work since beginning his career as an actor 2 decades ago. Action franchises like The Fast and the Furious and The Transporter keep you on the edge of your seat and are notorious for their high cost of production. As a whole, his movies made more than $1.5 billion in the United States and around $5 billion worldwide. Number 7. Jason Statham loves to play chess and is good at it. You can only get smarter by playing a smarter opponent. That's from the movie Revolver, in which Statham's character was a skilled chess player with his own winning strategy. But it seems he's a master of the game off-screen as well. He owes his career to director Guy Ritchie, but apparently Ritchie owes Jason a lot of money. They both claim to be really good at the classic game of strategy, and there's apparently an ongoing battle on the chessboard, but so far, Jason has won most of them. Plus, he probably has a great strategy for winning, and that's why he played for money. Talk about hustling. Number 8. Statham appeared in a few music videos. You probably can't imagine the tough and uncompromising guy dancing in music videos, but that's exactly what he did. Well, before fame anyway. The star appeared in a music video for the single Run to the Sun by Erasure and Comin' On by The Shaman in the early to mid-90s. Now remember, those were still the 90s, and he was at the peak of his male model days, where dancing around half-naked covered with metallic spray was the norm. He also has made an appearance as a driver in the music video for Summer by Calvin Harris back in 2014. Number 9. His parents inspired him to lead a healthy lifestyle. Jason's role models include Sylvester Stallone and Clint Eastwood, but off-screen, he credits his parents with teaching him how to live a healthy and active life. He has stated in interviews that his mother was a dancer who taught him how to eat well-balanced and nutritious meals. His father didn't believe in fancy gym equipment and has even made a weight bench for himself, which Jason later inherited. This attitude helped him to prepare for the movie Death Race, for which he followed a training routine that cut his body fat from 20% down to 6%. Even at 50, Jason follows a strict 6-day workout routine and has former Navy SEAL Logan Hood as a personal trainer. Number 10. Melissa McCarthy thinks he is hilarious. Jason Statham is known for playing mostly bad guys. However, Melissa McCarthy, his co-star in the comedy movie Spy from 2015, couldn't help but laugh in his presence. The actress explained that his very serious acting made it hard for her to deliver her lines with a straight face. She also added that every time he was on set, she would have to turn around and he would talk to the back of her head instead. It seemed that not only Melissa thought his performance was good, since he also received a nomination for Best Comedy Actor at the Critics' Choice Movie Awards. It really shows that getting out of your comfort zone once in a while pays off. Speaking of amazing actors, how about finding out who the richest, best paid actors are in Hollywood? Make sure to check out our video, The Top 10 Richest Actors in the World, by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. He was almost an Olympic diver. Is there something this man can't do? Well, we couldn't find any so far, but Jason was a part of the British national diving team for more than a decade. He competed on the 10-meter platform and the 3-meter springboard, and was also tapped for the 1990 Commonwealth Games. Keeping true to his perfectionist trait, he has since then expressed his regret at not becoming an Olympian, and blames it on starting too late. But hey, you can't be perfect at absolutely everything. We think he's already accomplished more than others will ever dream of. Number 12. He has lent his voice to different animated characters. Statham hasn't shied away from using his great voice as an actor, but even die-hard Call of Duty fans might not know that he was the voice of Sergeant Waters in the first installment of the game. And we think it was a pretty fitting role, since his character is a British soldier fighting the Nazis during World War II. That makes his other voice acting role a bit more surprising. Jason has also voiced a garden gnome named Tybalt in his appearance of Gnomeo and Juliet, an animated Shakespearean adaptation that also starred James McAvoy, Emily Blunt, and other big Hollywood names. Number 13. He was the inspiration for a comic book villain. Where do you go for inspiration when creating a new version of a bad guy? Well, you look for the ultimate villain-playing actor, Jason Statham. At least that's what artist Mark Bagley did in the comic book series The Ultimate Spider-Man. The character that was created to emulate the actor's looks is Vulture, a mutant that gains his abilities as a result of Dr. Octopus's evil experiments. But don't expect him to star in a Marvel superhero movie anytime soon. He's reportedly already turned down a role due to his commitment to other projects, but he's also said that anyone can do a superhero movie, even his grandma. Ouch. Number 14. He's failed his driving test multiple times. Jason is great behind the wheel, and many of his roles involve him driving cool cars at incredible speeds. Unfortunately, this wasn't even remotely the case in his youth, when he failed to get his learner's permit 2 or 3 times. He had apparently learned some bad habits from his dad, who first taught him how to drive. Of course, as an adult, he even enlisted the help of a Formula One race car driver to train for his movie scenes, which pretty much makes him an expert. One thing is sure, he's always focused on bettering himself, no matter how good his skills are to begin with. Number 15. He has an impressive collection of luxury cars. Statham sure loves driving cars in all of his movies, and is not afraid to show it off screen as well. His impressive collection includes a Ferrari 12 and an Audi R8. He also goes for the sleek, more sophisticated-looking cars, such as Aston Martin DBS Volante and Jaguar E-Type. However, in one of his most memorable movie moments, his character Frank Martin drives a Lamborghini that helps him arrive on time to save the day. So it's no wonder he was often spotted behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640. Now that you've learned some more about Jason Statham, we're curious to know, if you could be him for a day, what would you do? Now, did you really think this video was over already? As a true Aluxer, you know that for sticking with us all the way to the end, we got something extra for ya. Here's number 16. Jason Statham almost lost his life while filming The Expendables 3. One of the best things about the actor, in our humble opinion, is his resilience and preparedness for any situation. He had to jump from a truck that he was driving before it fell 60 feet into the Black Sea. Because he's a very skilled driver, he managed to plunge it into the water, narrowly escaping death. His co-stars, Sylvester Stallone and Terry Crews, praised him for his courage and abilities, while Statham himself, of course, made light of the situation. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also hand-picked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.